Today, we're going to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes that people make when they start off on a fat loss journey. We are 3 weeks and some change into the new year, and I know that a lot of people, they start off the new year with the goal to be healthy, to burn body fat, to gain muscle, to make this their year that they change their life and get in shape. And unfortunately, a lot of people fail at these goals. I've been in this journey long enough for myself, but I've also coached clients long enough to know that it's no secret to what holds them back. There are a lot of common mistakes, but I find that these 3 are the ones that stand out the most and hold people back the most. Number 1 is drastically cutting your calories. People slash their calories so deep into a deficit that it's no longer sustainable. They're not fueling their body enough to perform during their workouts. They're not fueling their body enough to recover. They're not even fueling their body enough to carry out basic human functions and feel good. So they feel like crap a few weeks into their diet, and then they're no longer able to sustain it. A lot of times when you're drastically cutting your calories, you're probably not hitting your protein goal. You need calories in order to hit your protein goal, which is going to allow you to lose muscle, and that's going to slow down your metabolism and actually cause you to go backwards. If you're drastically cutting your calories, this is a recipe for disaster if you're trying to accomplish a fat loss goal. Instead, I want you guys to eat enough to fuel your body and create a sustainable calorie deficit. So a sustainable calorie deficit would be if you know 100% what your maintenance calories are, and this might take a little bit of experimentation to figure out what that looks like, or working with a coach to know what that looks like. But if you know what your maintenance calories are, cutting from 200 to 500 from that maintenance will put you in a sustainable deficit, as opposed to just saying, I need 2,000 calories to maintain my weight, so I'm going to eat 1,000. That's not sustainable, it's not going to work, and you're going to fail. The second mistake that I see people make is overdoing cardio. Only doing cardio and having cardio be the center of your fat loss efforts is a recipe for fat loss disaster. I like to say that cardio is overrated for fat loss, but underrated for health. So cardio is super important for health. It's an amazing thing. However, what people do is they do too much of it. Like any sort of a tool, it can be abused. Like Netflix, it's a great tool, but most people abuse it. So cardio burns calories, but it doesn't build muscle. And muscle, as we've spoken about on this channel many, many times, muscle is your secret to fat loss. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn at rest. And if you're burning more calories at rest, that is a hack for a sedentary lifestyle. Instead, strength train to build muscle so that you can burn more calories while you're doing fucking nothing. Plus, there's nothing that feels better than being strong and resilient, not just in the gym, but throughout your entire life, because strength training isn't just good for fat loss, it's good for longevity, bones, cognitive health, mood. It's good for so many things. If you don't know where to start when it comes to strength training, I'm going to link a guide that I created as a workout builder that you can create your own workout program using the guide that I set up. So that's an easy way for you to start something. And the final mistake that I see people make is cutting out entire food groups. And this really comes down to a lot of people who want to do carnivore or keto or vegan because they see this diet trend and they maybe know somebody who lost some weight doing it, but they don't know enough about the diet or the trend to actually know if it's going to work for them. Cutting carbs or cutting fats completely, it's going to lead to cravings, binging, and complete burnout. But good luck being able to have good training sessions and not be stressed all the time if you're not eating carbs. They are your body's number one fuel source, your brain's number one fuel source. Fats are essential for hormone production, and you're not going to have healthy joints without enough fats in your diet. Instead, focus on all of your macronutrients, your protein, your carbs, your fats, because they all play a role in fat loss. The point that I'm trying to make here is that fat loss doesn't have to be miserable. In fact, it shouldn't. Nutrition, fitness, health, these things should improve your life, period, end of story. Focus on consistency over perfection, balancing out the foods that you're eating, strength training, and the results will come. You have to trust the process, and you have to focus on nailing and being dialed in and having extreme discipline to your process, and I promise that the outcome that you're looking for is going to come. You just have to give it time and not try to rush it. It's going to take longer than you want it to take. It's going to take longer than you think it's going to take, but it will happen. Just don't make these 3 mistakes. It's stupid cold in Florida. It's dumb cold in Florida. In fact, it's supposed to snow today in Florida, so I'll take you on that wild ride with me later, but for now, coffee.
As a 39%.
All right, so I got my coffee, but I also have my pre-workout meal, which is going to be my protein oats that I have every single morning. I'm gonna eat these, drink my coffee, do some work, then I have a podcast, then we have training. It's been flurrying a little bit on and off. Every time I go to get the camera, it just stops. So I will be back with footage of snow in Florida. This is Bucky's first snow. Can you tell? He's confused. And then we have the polar bear who's in his natural habitat. Bucky, what the hell? Go out. Come on, you got this. What a time to be alive. Global warming, huh? Crazy. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, comment down below what you want to see next. Like, subscribe, all the things. We want to grow this channel this year, and I appreciate you guys. Go out and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be.